Hello, Truth Seeker. I have a question for you today. Do you realize that things matter to you only because you add meaning to them? Things in the world and the universe exist, and they are neither good or bad, they just are. But they mean something to you because you add meaning to them. Things that matter to you only matter to you because they have a specific meaning to you. They may not have meaning to somebody else. For example, there is a situation that may have shaken you up or made you upset, but you tell your friend or stranger, somebody you talk to about the situation, and they may not understand why you are so upset. And you are upset because you have added a meaning to the situation. You have added meaning to a relationship, you have added meaning to a job, you add meaning to everything that exists in your reality. And that is why you have different emotions about them. And the meaning that you add to that specific thing or a situation or a person or a job or anything, uh, the kind of meaning that you add to it defines your vibration and defines what will happen with the situation uh, afterwards, how the situation will develop. Um, if we add a negative meaning to something, then we are creating a resistance to allowing the situation to resolve or get better. And I'm talking about the unpleasant situations right now, the negative situations, as you call them. Um, because positive situations, if you add meaning to them, that's great. There is no need to question that. Well, maybe there is, depending on what you consider positive, and sometimes you may allow things in your reality that you think are positive that are actually not the best for you, but that's topic for another conversation. I wanted to focus on the situations that are unpleasant or the situations that may cause you upset or hurt or pain. So if you think about specific situation and you add meaning to it, that meaning doesn't come from the source, it doesn't come from the universe, because in the universe there is no meaning to things. There is no judgment towards whether things are good or bad, whether people are good or bad, whether a situation is good or bad. Those polarities exist. Things are either positive or negative, but there is no judgment to them. It doesn't mean that they're not supposed to exist, that they're not supposed to happen, that bad people are not supposed to exist in this world. There is a purpose for everything in the universe, for both ends of polarity, the positive and the negative, the happy and the sad. This is all supposed to be here. We need to have both polarities in order to experience the world, to experience life. But we only get upset by negative or sad or unpleasant situations if we add meaning to them. This is the same with the way that trauma works, because things happen to us in the past, or maybe when you are a child, and because you had an emotional reaction to it, and because of this emotional reaction, you added meaning to the situation. Then this is why the situation and all of those emotions have affected you and probably still affect you to now, to this day, because there was a meaning to it. Let me tell you an example. Let's say that when you were a child, maybe you wanted to play when it was time to go to sleep. So you wanted to play, and then your mom or your dad said, "No, it's time. That's it. If we finish playing, it's time to go to bed." But then you said, like, "No, no, no, I want to play," and you threw a little tantrum or something, and then your mom or your dad said, "Oh, don't be such a bad girl. Don't be such a bad boy." Because you're not listening to me. You're being rude. You're not agreeable. You're being a bad child. And that might have caused a reaction in you. Of course, those are unpleasant words and probably unnecessary in this situation. But yeah, parents talk like this and without even thinking how it's going to affect us. But it only affected you because you added meaning to those words. So you took those words as your own and you allowed those words to define you as a bad child, as a bad person. So, with those emotions and with this meaning, you have created a specific, the situation mattered to you in a specific way because you added meaning to it. And and then, you live up your life with the meaning that came from a situation that your mom or your dad probably didn't mean that you were a bad person. They just meant that you weren't listening to them in that specific moment. But that meaning follows you throughout your whole life and it causes trauma. So, thinking about adding meaning to situations in your adult life, whatever happens to you, you can either look at it from positive perspective or from negative perspective. And the way that you look at something changes the vibration of that thing. Um, Let me try to give you an example. Example from the current day and age, let's say. So we have lockdowns. We've had lockdowns for the whole year because of the situation that's in the world. And maybe you have added meaning to the lockdowns, that they are bad, that they are causing you harm, that they are restricting you. And you added meaning to the lockdown, and that's why it's affecting you emotionally even more. That's why it's upsetting you, because the lockdown took away your freedom in a way. So, this is how you saw the situation. You added meaning to it, and the vibration of the situation is bringing you down. It's lowering your vibration, the meaning that you're adding to the situation that you're in. So, what is the solution there? The solution is to change the perspective and change the meaning of the situation. By changing the meaning, you change the vibration. So, in any situation, let's talk about lockdown because it's very prevalent in everybody's lives right now. Let's talk about lockdowns and restrictions and what kind of meaning can you add to it that's an opposite meaning to the meaning that you have given it. If you have been thinking that this is very restricting and it's affecting your life negatively and it's taking away your freedom and you are not allowed to do things that you want to do, then this is the lower vibration and it's bringing you down, it's lowering your vibration. So how can you change it? How can you flip it to the opposite way? Look for the positives in the situation. How can this situation have been created for your benefit? What are the benefits of being in the lockdown? Maybe you have more time. Maybe you don't spend as much money as you did before because the shops were closed. Maybe you have learned a new skill. Maybe you have learned how to operate Zoom or different computer programs because this is how we communicate right now. So, what is the positive in this situation for you? So, think about the situation in your life and the situation where you add a negative meaning. Uh, and think about how the situation has been created for you instead of this situation being created to hurt you. How is this situation a benefit to you? Because if you think about the universe brings you exactly what you need in order for you to grow. It gives you the opportunities and the situations that are going to allow you to get to know yourself more, to get to know your skills more, to bring you closer to who you truly are, to maybe go beyond some of the limits that you've had in yourself before, to change your perceptions. Everything that happens in the world, in life, in the universe, everything is for your benefit, even the unpleasant things. But you may not be able to see it. You may not be able to see this opposite side of the coin. So, any situation, think about the situation that you have right now in your life that is causing you to lower your vibration, that is giving you a negative feeling, that is making you upset, that is making you unhappy, and change the meaning. Look for the positive meaning in the situation. And when you find the positive meaning and you actually think about like, wow, okay, so in this situation was created for me so that I can learn how strong I am, or so that I can build up my self-esteem, or so that I can change the job that wasn't making me happy. Maybe the meanings can be very nuanced. They can be small. Maybe the meaning is not always very obvious. The deeper meaning of the situation, it's not always right there on the outside in the material world. A lot of meaning is about your own growth. How has the situation benefited your growth as a person? How has it influenced you to become more true to yourself, to connect to yourself more, to connect to the spirituality more, to connect to the universe more? uh, Look for those little tiny nuanced meanings, the benefits. And once you see it, you will let go of the meaning, of that negative meaning, and you will be able to change the vibration of this thing that you do not like that is happening, or those people that are upsetting you. And once you change the vibration to the positive, then you're allowing a change to happen. So only when you stop resisting a situation that is happening, this situation can change. And resistance comes from giving negative meaning to something. Um, Gratitude, yeah, people talk a lot about gratitude. Gratitude is important. Gratitude is about appreciating what you have in your life right now. But I'm talking about an even deeper way of finding gratitude, and being thankful for the things that make you unhappy. I know it's kind of a paradox in a way, but yes, everything that makes you feel unhappy, that causes you pain, that causes you upset, those things are created for you as well. They are not here to hurt you. They may be unpleasant for a while, but you are supposed to learn through them. So learning to see the good things changes the vibration. Changing the meaning from the negative to the positive changes the vibration from the low to high. And when you have high vibration and you appreciate what is the benefit for you in a specific situation, then you're allowing the negative effects of the situation, the unpleasant effects of the situation, to shift, because you do not create resistance to the situation anymore. Um, yeah, there is a little a food for thought for you for today. I hope that's going to help you find your truth a little bit better, help you live a bit more conscious life, a more aware life, and be more aware of yourself. And let me know what you think. What are your thoughts about the subject? Put them in the comments. And if you have anything that you want me to talk about, please feel free to write a comment or send me a message, and I can talk about it in the next video. So wishing you a great day, truth seeker. Uh, Connect to your truth, be yourself, and connect to awareness. And remember, the meaning that we add to things affects the vibration, and by changing the meaning, we can change the vibration of the thing. Take care.